How's it going? How's it going? I'm gonna let people start getting up in here. This is mainly so that I can bring Mr. Floyd Chavez up here, let him show off his collection, let you guys learn about who he is, and I want to do this, make this a series every week, at least one new person. So if anybody's interested, make sure to hit up the email that's in the description, and we can get something figured out. But how's it going, Theo? How you doing, sir? Hold on, let me add my my beautiful face in here. What up? What's going on, buddy? How you doing? What up, Jose? Jay's not in here yet, dog. How do I look? How do I sound? Does it sound okay? Does it sound too loud, too muffled? How's it sound, guys? Let me go ahead and share the link because Floyd's gonna get in here. What up, DYD? How you doing? How's y'all's night going? What is it? Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? Sleepy, what's good, brother? I'm gonna get Floyd Chavez up in here, and we're gonna get to know him, and we are going to see his top 10 that he personally likes right now. And this man is always copping some heat. It does this every once in a while. Big hyperin. If you're new to the channel, anybody, make sure to subscribe. You probably already subscribed. That's how you got the notification. But make sure to share this with anybody that is actually a sneaker enthusiast. Like I said, I'm going to try to make this a weekly thing where anybody can come up here and show 10 sneakers that is pretty much their favorite in their collection right now. What up, your boy P? How you doing, man? And but I want to have it like scheduled so that I can make an actual thing. And I know like Skinny and Zaya and Henry and Dales and all these people, they do interviews and stuff, but that's usually with like other content creators, and they do bring in people from the audience as well. And I would like to introduce that and, kind of piggyback of what they do, make sure that, the guys who are always in the chat get to come up on here, not just see my sneakers or certain other few sneakers, but they get the chance to display anything that they would like to display, because I know you guys get some heat. You know what I mean? I got a lot of people that are from the chat that hit me up on the DMs and show me that they got all kinds of heat, So what up, G-Fish? How you doing, man? Oh, hey, man, my Rockets are looking good. My Rockets are looking good without James Harden. So shout out to James Harden. Eat it. You got those Newcastles, best leather of any shoe I've ever had. How much? I don't know if you want to say it, Theo, but okay, we got Floyd coming in here. How's it going, brother?
What's up, bro? What's going on, man?
Not much. How was your day?
That was chill, just work, usual.
So for anybody who's new in the chat and whoever's going to catch the playback, because I want to make, like I told you, I wanted to make this a weekly thing. People get to show off like their top 10 that they're most, because ours are always changing. Every month we pick up a new shoe, we pick up something different. And so our top 10 list that our favorites is always changing. So you're going to be the first episode, and let everybody know who you are and like kind of like what state you reside in and stuff.
All right. Give me one moment. All right, man. And so, I reside out of California, SoCal, like an hour away from LA. So, and I've been collecting sneakers for like, since I want to say like 2002 is when like I started just slowly building my my stockpile. But
2002.
So pretty much it. Yeah, 2002, man. Just back in the Jordan, gray face boxes. Like majority of my collection back then was just strictly just like Jordans. Jeez. And then like around 2005, 2006, I started getting into SBs. But yeah, it's pretty much.
What was your first SB?
The Jedis.
Oh man, a solid pickup. Oh, was that the one that you said you got for really low or something like that?
No, I got those. I think I got those like for, I want to say like 400 at that time. Yeah, that was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, that's a lot of money back then.
Yeah, but that's when they're like slowly kind of picking up. But they're still like the hype now is like crazy compared to back then.
So, what is your favorite silhouette or model right now? Is it the SB? You've you transitioned majority over that, or
right now I'm just trying to like just catch up with the SBs because they're dropping so much. Favorite silhouette, like I mean, probably would be the Jordan 3. That's like probably my favorite Jordan of all time.
and which colorway?
Oh, we'll get into that once I
Oh, okay,
start showing my
okay,
shoes off.
cool. No worries.
Yeah,
No
but
worries.
yeah, like I mean, my collection's diverse. Before, like when I first started, it was just strictly J's, and then it was like some Nikes in there that I thought that were pretty cool, and then it started transitioning into SBs, and then started getting into Asics, New Balances, and then just whatever at that time I started liking, and then whatever they're retroing that I couldn't get like back when I was like a kid. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much like my collection's not just all Jordans, it's not all SBs. It's a very wide range, diverse collection. Um, I could, I mean, I can come here and I can show you 8 SBs and 2 Jordans, but I don't want to do that because I don't. I feel like I don't want to bring the audience just something that's, I want the audience to see like everything, like different models that I like. My top 10 of,
Right.
of one Jordan of SB. So, and that's what I'm gonna, I'll show you guys all like what I have. It's not so much hype. I could bring out the hype, but I don't really want to do that. I want to show you what my favorite model of this, of a Air Max 90 is.
I like that. So, how many current shoes do you have in your collection? Can you give like a roundabout number?
You know what, man? I stopped counting. Like, I
At
really
about
did.
like at a
Because
thousand?
people. No, I don't think that much. But like, people always ask me, especially at work, they'll ask me like, "Hey, like, how many shoes do you have?" I'm like, I don't know. Like, I gave up count. I don't even want to count because it's gonna probably either like, you know, make me want to start selling or just like, just realize that I have like a really bad addiction.
That's cool, man. All right. So, is this list in any particular order? Is there
Yeah, it's gonna go from 10 to 1, and then I have three three shoes that
honorable
I just
mentions?
want to, yeah, honorable mentions that
So 10,
that I
10
like.
being what? Like least favorite or just least in
10
your
of
book? Like,
my favorite shoes.
gotcha.
Like not so much like favorite, like 10 of my favorite SBs, but just 10 my favorite SB, my favorite Jordan, stuff like that. And there's a story behind of each and every one of them.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start off with number 10.
All right. So my number 10, this is the shoe that I got that I really wanted in when I was a kid, and my parents at the time couldn't afford it. So this is the shoe that I always wanted, but I never was able to get until I want to say maybe like around 2006. I was able to find a used pair, and then like around maybe the following year after that, I was able to find a brand new pair.
Awesome.
So this is the old school Jordan box, size 10.5. This is dead stock. This isn't your classic Jordan, like the Jordan 12 or the Jordan 13. This is when Jordan started branching off into like different models, and I believe this is the first model that he actually released. And this is the Jordan Jumpman Pro. So I don't know if too many people. I know they retro these, which is kind of crappy, but this was probably the first that really kicked everything off.
Nice.
I mean, this is back in 1997. The retail was 120 at the time, which was a lot of money back then for 1997. But
So that's a
yeah,
97 pair.
this is a 97 pair. Yeah.
Damn, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, so it's still not laced up, still dead stock. It actually held up. I mean, I probably wouldn't want to wear it, but it actually still holds the test of time. I mean, if you really look at this model, it looks a lot like the 12. But yeah,
It does. It really does look like a 12.
Yeah, this is the white and navy. I believe this is the first color. I don't know. I don't know if they retroed the black and red ones. But yeah, this is probably the shoe that really made me want a Jordan. And I wasn't able to get it, but I got it. You know, I still have it. Got it dead stock years later. Still original
It's like they
packaging.
flipped the panels on that for the 12. Because you know how the
Yeah,
12 has the ripples on the top panel?
yeah, exactly,
That's
exactly.
nuts.
So that's number 10, just because you know it's has you know sentimental meaning. Yep.
Got you. That's dope.
So we'll go with number 9. This is another Jordan. This shoe's I got it when it first retroed in 02. This is obviously not the 02 version. I think this is like 2016.
Okay.
But this is the Air Jordan 3, which is my favorite. The True Blue colorway.
That's a beautiful shoe, man.
This is my favorite shoe. Like out of all the Jordans, I mean, I have a lot, but this is my favorite Jordan. I think this colorway. I mean, I'm a big fan of blue, and then obviously the elephant print is my favorite print of a Jordan. But yeah, this is my number 9 right here.
Say that's the model or silhouette that you have the most pairs of, or which certain shoe do you have the most pairs of?
Of the Jordan?
Well, yeah, let's say Jordan.
I mean, I kind of have. I mean, I have a lot of 3s. I mean, I have. Honestly, I just pretty much buy what I like. So I have a lot of 3s, 4s. I don't really have too many 5s. But I mean, I pretty much have a lot of. I'm not a big fan of the 1s. That's I know a lot of people are on that right now, but
old heads don't really care for 1s, bro, and it's
I
a
just
weird
never
thing
could
to
get
say.
into them, man. Yeah, I mean, I do have a pair of like the Breads and stuff, like stuff that's OG, but it's not my favorite shoe.
I understand.
But
so
yeah, I mean, I have a. You want number 8? So number 8.
No. What were you gonna say? Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were leading up to it. There might be a little delay. That's what I'm saying.
Just to go back to your question, no, I mean, I don't really. I have a lot of Jordans, pretty much all models. So like, I just don't have any particular model. But yeah, we'll jump into number 8. So number 8, like to pay homage to New Balance because I think New Balance doesn't get a lot of love that they should. I think New Balances make probably one of the best, the most comfortable shoe out there. These ones are the 1300s. These are actually a collaboration with Kith, Ronnie Feig. I'm sorry. I think he did one of the best jobs. This is probably my favorite New Balance that I have in my collection. But these are the salmon sole. These were actually released in 2012. I mean, the leather on these is just amazing. You got the
Doesn't that go for a shit ton of money?
You know what, dude? I don't know. Like, I really like once I get it, I try not to look at it like the value of it anymore. Salmon bottom, but I mean, this shoe right here.
That's beautiful.
I mean,
I like the colors.
Yeah, I'm just a huge fan of like just navy. But these shoes are they're comfortable. I actually wore these, and then just the colors and the suedes that were used. You have like a gray back right here, and it's pretty much all navy throughout. Besides this hit with the baby blue, but this shoe's very overlooked. This is probably like one of, I think, Ronnie's best New Balance that he has put out there so far.
You have quite a bit New Balances, don't you?
Yeah, I have a lot. Yeah. I have a lot of New Balances. I try not to just stay with one silhouette or one model. But yeah, that one's back in October of 2012. But very nice shoe.
That's dope.
My number 7. I actually got these back in 2019. I was in LA at Silver Lake in the Undefeated in Silver Lake. Found these. Really surprised that they're sitting. But these are the Air Trainer. You know, size 10.5 what I wear. These are actually the SCs. Like I always loved this shoe. Ever since I was like a kid, like these, just the colors always attracted me. And then obviously Bo Jackson. But these are like, this is such an amazing shoe. Like just the colorway, even back like when they released, probably like what in the maybe late 80s, early 90s when they first came out. Like this was kind of like before its time.
Didn't they just have that one retroed like a few months back?
I think it retroed in 2016. This is the 09 pair. I think they came out, I want to say in November. But these are, Nike did a horrible job because I want to say maybe like 3 wears in. Like I don't wear my shoes very often because, you know, I just have a lot. So I'm fortunate where I don't have to keep wearing the same shoe over and over.
Right.
But these like cracked. I mean,
I could see it on the heel, man.
They cracked. So I ended up finding another pair on StockX, and I just have those sitting. So I do wear these. Like when I do wear them, I wear them a lot. I wear these ones, and I just have those ones on ice. But this is, I mean, I love this shoe.
I got the Air Trainer ones, but the SB fucking version or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, that shoe is so goddamn comfortable. It is so stupid comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, SBs are always going to be comfortable because they have that extra padding. But yeah, I don't think you can ever go wrong with that Auburn Bo Jackson.
What is the oldest shoe in your collection? Like actual oldest to date? Is it that 97?
Let me see. I think I'll probably show you because I have them all. I have my list down because I don't memorize dates or anything. But
that's dope.
But I have them there. That's why I keep looking to the right. If you're wondering, because I'm looking at my list and then the dates. But I think the one I'm about to show you is probably my oldest one to date. I believe. Or no, actually, it's that Jumpman. That was a 97.
The 97. Okay.
But this is my number 6. OG box, Nike, probably one of the hypest Air Max is out there. Little mad that they're going to be retroing these because, you know, obviously it's going to bring down the value and the scarce, you know, it being so scarce.
You know what Air Max I like, dude? What is it, the Warhog?
Warhog. I would have to see a picture of it.
The one that's got like the fighter jet fucking mouth on it, like the shark mouth.
Yeah.
I almost bought those like 3 years ago, bro, like on Kixify for like $1,500, but they were like kind of beat, but you can never find a pair. No, but I know a guy, like when I first moved to Corpus, I was real big into sneakers, right? I mean, obviously coming from Houston, but I had sold my collection. And then like I was trying to dibble and dabble into the SBs, and that's when I would get them from the skate shops that was in the mall, and then the one that was on the outside of the mall. Well, when I was doing that, the lines were so short because people weren't into SBs that, you know, the hype had kind of died off. And I had ran into a couple people that would buy New Balances and they would buy SBs, and like that was their thing. Well, the guy ended up opening up like a little shop where he would like refurbish shoes and stuff like that, and kind of have like small amounts of consignment and things like that. And we got to chopping it up, and he had done a restoration of those, man. And that was like the first time I actually saw him in hand. And I was like, what the dude? And that's when in my brain, I was like, man, I can get a fucking used pair and just get him to refurbish them. But I was like, I can't justify $1,500 and then paying to refurbish. Like, God damn, bro, I better just go find the fucking real pair. Yeah. But yeah, so I like Air Maxes. I just, I try to stay to certain models just because I don't want it to get too out of hand. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it can get crazy. Just be like, all right, I need that 12. I need that fucking 13. I need that. I don't need that 18, but I'll take the 18 because it's the next release. Like, I'm good right now, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. Like that. I think it's kind of like a good and bad thing. Like one, to have a diverse collection, but then two, you're like constantly chasing, and it's hard to catch up, dude. It's really hard to catch up.
And then there's always shit you want to reach back on.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's what I was happy about. Like, sneakers not really, they're giving us a bunch of shit right now, which I'm happy because now I'm able to kind of go back and cop what I what I haven't copped, or try to focus on older stuff instead of like new SBs that are coming out, or Jordans that are going to be releasing. So like sneakers can keep releasing all this crap right now. I'll be happy to save me some money, but also I can go back and trying to go back for some stuff in the archive.
I could agree with you on that a little bit, only because last year Nike had did this to us. You don't remember, like at the beginning of the year for like the first 6 weeks, we didn't get really anything. Like nothing dropped. It was just like junk. Right. Well, at that time, my dumbass was over there picking up all the lobsters, reaching back on stuff. I was like, oh, well, they're not going to drop anything. I'm saving up all this money. Let me just go ahead and get these. Well, I got them before the wave went crazy. Right. But then because they push back all those dates, everything gets condensed to where you're like, dude, do I get 6 pairs this month? Like, what the fuck? Like, it just starts up, boom, boom, boom. And then I paid resale on all this other shit. And I'm just like, oh my God. You know what I mean? So you're having to kind of like the juggling act. I have all this shit coming in that was stuff I reached back on. And now look what they're dropping. Now look at this. It's like,
yeah. But I mean, they're going to hammer us eventually, dude. But right now it's kind of like giving us that break, which is nice.
Yeah.
I think I only have, so far just one on my hit list, and that's the Griffeys. I do have that pair, but the paint's chipping on those, so I do need another pair of those.
So what number are we on? 6?
But we're on number 6. So this is the Air Max 90. I actually got these. I always wanted these. I actually got these on StockX. This is when StockX only charge you shipping, and everything else is free. So
way back in the
yeah. So these were the Air Max Bacons.
Bacons.
This is such a beautiful shoe. I'm mad because they're. I'm also happy because now I can actually pick up a new pair. This is dead stock. I never wore it. But yeah, this is another.
Those are going for crazy money though.
Yeah, look at how foggy that bubble is.
The box. Man, you know what's crazy is that weren't they supposed to retro last year?
Yeah, they were talking about it. That's why I was happy when they did it. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it. I think this is the shoe that they want to drop.
It's such a clean colorway, man. I like the pink and like the fucking that maroon or burgundy or whatever. Those color, yeah, they just go together really well.
What Dave's Quality Meat is the one that they collabed with on this one. Yeah, he did a really good job. I mean, this is just classic, dude. I mean, this is like you can't go wrong, especially if you want to turn heads. This is definitely like one of those shoes that will turn a bunch of heads. Just because it's how it is, like, and then not too many people have it.
Is there anything specific with the paper or anything like that? Does the paper look like butcher paper or anything? Is it?
No, not with these ones. To me, it just looks like regular old Nike paper, dude. Gotcha, these shoes are so old. I mean, these were what it says November 2004.
Okay.
So yeah, this is. It looks like they retailed at $189 back then.
Damn, that's still a lot in 2004.
Next one. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
That's a fucking grip, man. No way I was gonna get any of those shoes. I'm telling you, man, I didn't get any. I didn't get any Nikes. I mean, aside when I was like a baby, I didn't get any Nikes until I was probably, I want to say 13 years old is when I got my first pair of Griffeys. And that's the one with the 24 on the fucking, like the back of the ankle. It has like the little spikes coming down. It's a freshwater color with black. Yeah. I don't know which exact model it is. They're on my Goat app because I want to reach back for them, but they only have them in a size 9.
Oh, really?
And man, I loved those shoes. Like, it was the first time I had ever got any Nikes. Like, it was the first time I ever fucking turned any heads, like in middle school and stuff. And boy, it rained so much over here. Like, I remember I was just like dodging like everything, trying to fucking keep them clean, man. Yeah, it never panned out. I don't think I saw another pair of Nikes for like 12 years.
All right. So, yeah, I was fortunate enough to get shoes when I was young, but nothing like, Jordans or anything like that I really wanted. It was always just, something that kind of went with everything. So I, wouldn't throw off like any outfits in any way. So it was pretty like simple colorways and Nikes pretty much.
So right now we're about to crack the top 5. We're at the number 5. Is that where we're at?
Yeah, we're at number 5.
Whew. Okay, you have 5, and then you have 3 honorable mentions, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So number 5, which is an ASIC 10.5. This is probably, this is my favorite ASICs that I have in my collection. It's another Ronnie Fi collection kit collab with ASIC. These are the Volcanoes. These were actually released in 2013. This colorway, like just the combination of these colors on this shoe and the suede and the mesh. I mean, this colorway is just so
It's
nice.
beautiful.
I mean, you get different hints of red. You got some pink, especially right here on the sole. You got the blue, inside's blue. Even the bottom's nice. I mean, this shoe is, and the shoe's very comfortable. This shoe is very comfortable. You can't, honestly, man, you cannot go wrong with A6, especially when they have a solid collab. This shoe's one of my favorite shoes to actually wear. And I have wore this like a handful of times.
Do you you don't have to say what you do as a profession. I don't want you to, but do you get to wear your sneakers to work or whatever? Or
normally not, man. Last year I took on a position at work, and I was able to my job is like a lot of field work, so I'm also in boots. But last year I took on a position, and I was able, when I was able to go in the office before all this COVID, I was trying to wear a lot of my shoes to work, which was nice. But then once COVID, that just stopped, and now I'm just working from home. But yeah, normally I'm not able to wear any shoes. But
gotcha.
Like I said, with this past position, I was able to wear some for
Gotcha. What up, G? What up,
a short
Primera?
period of time.
Sleepy, Imsotelo, Theo. I'm glad all you guys are up in here, man. For everybody who's new, what I want to do is weekly, I want to bring somebody up here and have him show a top 10. He's got 3 honorable mentions along with his top 10. That way that I can have another piece of content and get to know you guys, not just you guys get to see what I fucking pick up and what I want shoes I talk about. I want to see what everybody else has, and it's not to say that I don't pay attention to other channels whenever you guys do pop up. I mean, because I know Primera and stuff like that, they show their sneakers on other people's channels, but it's more geared towards your favorite 10 in your collection. Like Floyd here, he has a whole mixture. It's not just his 10 heaters. It's a whole variety of shoes that, lets me learn who he is as an individual. You know what I mean? Because the sneakers do at the end of the day speak to who you are. You know what I mean? In the sneaker culture, you can kind of see what kind of person, if somebody in 2022 is rocking fucking foam posits still, they're probably from the East Coast, it just says a lot about a person, when you look at their shoes. But yeah, so I want to get with some of you guys and see if you're interested in doing this as we go on throughout the year. But okay, so that was number 5, right?
Nope, number 5. So we're on number 4.
Damn.
Not a fan of the guy, but
I think I saw
I do like his shoes. But I'm not a fan of him. I'm not a fan of the team that he's on currently, or I haven't been a fan of any of the teams he was on. But I do like his shoes. I can't hate the guy for that. He makes nice shoes. Hold on. Pull this up real quick. Okay, so these are the 5s, 10.5. These are the LeBron 5s, Yankee edition. Not to mention the boxes he always has are horrible. So they're always horrible in terms of point.
Oh, and then they're
off the shoe.
fucking pain in the ass to put back in. You gotta like flip them
Yeah.
upside down to get the fucking thing to slide back in.
Yep. Exactly, dude. I mean, because you have the
No, gee,
preheat.
that's what it's not just gonna be. It's not gonna just be like you have to have a variety. It's whatever your top 10 are, because just because you have, let's say, 10 fucking of the latest quick strikes, that would be like the majority of people's top 10. You can reach back and say like, oh man, this was like my favorite pair that I got back in like 2004 or something like that. You know what I mean? Just whichever are your favorite 10 personal pairs. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Well, go ahead, Floyd.
But yeah, like I said, man, none of these shoes that I'm about to show you, like my top 10, even my 3 honorable mentions are not from this year, not from last year, and not from 2019. So like it doesn't mean that I hate those shoes, because I have a lot of them, but I wanted to show you something else that you guys just don't see, like
Right.
I can always pull out like, oh, here, here's this shoe, Strange Love. But I mean, just on YouTube, you can see those all day.
Dude, those are so fucking dope too. And I learned about those like a few years back, and then I started looking at them, and I'm not a Yankees fan, but that model of shoe and that colorway, it's just fucking fire, bro.
Yeah. The model of the shoe I really care for, but the colorway, dude, on these are just like, you got the pinstripes, you got the patent, the leather, you have the 23 and the pinstripes under in the bottom. It says New York, New York right here. I mean, this shoe one is so hard to find dead stock, but like, I mean, just to find in general too. But yeah, this is my favorite LeBron that I have.
Really?
Yeah. And I have the preheat.
Yeah, that's dope.
But the only thing I don't have is the
is that suede on that inside panel where the pinstripes are?
Right here? No, it's like I want to say it's like a velvet kind of, not a velvet, but like a wool, kind of like like an old school, jacket.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, this is leather. This is patent. The material though it's like a wool type material.
Gotcha. Damn, that's dope. When did you end up picking those up?
But not to mention, dude, I got these. Let me see. I actually got these on StockX. It's the same thing, dude. When StockX was only charging shipping, I actually got these in 2018 of October. So
that's dope.
What, 3 years? A little over 2 years. But then they also come in this sick Yankee or pinstripe dust bag. Yeah.
That's fire, bro.
Nice shoe. So now we're to the top 3. I had to throw a Union in here, but this is not your cool Unions that everybody's used to. This is the old school Nike box, 10.5. These are the 180s, the Air Force 180s. These were released back in 2005. This is a crazy colorway.
So this is a Union collaboration.
I got these
in 2000 from 2005.
This is a Union collaboration, 2005.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's fucking dope.
Yeah, and good thing these haven't retroed, but I'm sure they will eventually, dude. I don't know when. But like the inside, the colors are like crazy. These are dead stock. I never wore them. I always just kept these on ice. Oh, I think I got these back in like 2007.
What, and do you just not want to wear them, or like you just want to keep them so icy?
Yeah, yeah, it's just weird, man. Like when I started collecting, like I had the shoe, like I'd buy shoes, and then I knew like, okay, I'm gonna put these away. I'm not gonna wear them. I'm just gonna, put them in my collection. And then there's other shoes that I bought, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna wear these. It was just pretty much how I felt at that time. Like if I felt like, do I really want to wear these? Probably not. And it was like I never bought my shoes to sell. I always bought my shoes because I wanted to eventually wear. But then once I actually got them in hand, I was like, probably not. Probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Probably not.
But it's never been about like selling, trying to make money off them. It was always about just one, I like the shoe. Two, like I want to just keep them and eventually like just put them away in a display case. That was my dream at the time. Now it's just like, in boxes is fine. But
You're gonna end up with like Shoeseum 2.0. See, that's what's dope, man. Is that I like how you brought the variety and you mixed it up, man. Like that's something I would have never even known about. I wasn't interested in the Union 4s that came out, so I wasn't even like I didn't even try to do any homework when it came to Union. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's cool. That's cool. Something. I mean, that's something new, man.
Yeah. Like I said, man, I wasn't trying to throw a bunch of like SBs at you guys or Jordans at you guys. I wanted to show you guys, a wide range of shoes.
That's fine. And like you can always, I mean, obviously we can always come back on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I can always do like a top 10 top. I can always do a top 10 of SBs, top 10 of Jordans, and that's just strictly Jordans. But right now I just want to show like a variety of what I like personally, what my favorite, in New Balances and Asics and LeBrons and so forth.
I like
but yeah, number
okay, so what number
number
we on
two.
right now?
Number
two
two
already? Damn, we're only at 36 minutes. Come on, man. Talk a long time about this one. I want to do I want to get like 1 hour at least worth of content, bro.
Okay, all right. I'll also so my number two is, I think a lot of people would agree this probably be one of the top shoes, even now to this date. These were released back in 2018. Air Max Stay. Let me show you. I'm sure once you guys see that, you'll know what it is.
Sean.
Yep. 10.5. These are dead stock.
God,
I bought them with the purpose of wearing them.
So much heat, dead stock, bro.
I bought these with the intentions of wearing them. I remember, it's so funny, dude. I'll tell you a quick story about this. My buddy Sal, I work with, he's the one that actually told me about these, and I never paid him I didn't really pay the shoe attention. But he's like, like you should look at these. The material on these are nice. And I'm like, dude, they kind of a little bit too girly for me. And I started looking at them, and I realized they're all corduroy. And like I remember, like in March, I picked them up. I think they released in like the beginning. I forgot March. I forgot when Air Max Day is. But then I picked them up maybe like the few days after they dropped. I didn't get them on sneakers. I paid resale. I think I paid probably $450. I don't know what they are worth now, but I'm sure they're worth more than that, right?
Probably 1,200.
Yeah, this shoe.
I don't know.
This colorway is like. Yeah, I don't remember. I haven't looked. I don't want to look.
And because they are dead stock, you'd be like,
the material. The material all corduroy. The colorway is just so nice. It's Velcro on the tongue. You got the happy face inside. I think they have gold lace tips.
Primera has a question for you, Floyd.
It's just part. Yeah, what's up?
He says, does Floyd have the 97 360 Union one time only?
I don't think so. From what I know, I don't think so. Because I do have I have the Clerks package. That was another Union. That was the Air Max 90. And that was the Air Max 90 Clerks package, and those are really old. I have those, but I don't think the 97/360.
Because I think Primera is like a 10.5, 11 as well, and he's got a crazy collection.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's like you, man. He's got a wide range of heat.
Yeah.
So that's number two, man. That's a solid number two. I've actually only seen that shoe like on foot. I've never even seen it like in hand. I've only seen it on someone's feet. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, G-Fish,
we're number one.
We're gonna 1 second, Floyd. Hey, G-Fish, we're gonna show shoes. Yeah. Like I'm gonna give you, like, say if you G-Fish, if you want to show shoes, we'll link up, and then I'll give you a full solid hour to show me 10 shoes and some honorable mentions that you want to give us, and talk about who you are. You know what I'm saying? So like this 1 hour is his stage right now. So like get with me. My email should be down below, and we'll get together, figure out a date, and you can figure out which 10 or 15 you would like to show, and we'll do it that way, bro. Thank you though. Thank you. I want you to take the link so that we can show those, whatever you got, man. Go ahead, Floyd.
All right. So number one has to be my SB. This is the shoe that like brought me into the SB world. I believe I showed this shoe on probably a prior live with Dirty, but this is my favorite. This is like I said, this is SB that got me in the game of SBs. Big fan of Star Wars. Big fan of Yoda. But these are the Nike SB Jedis. These were actually released in 2004. Still dead stock. Great
still
shoes.
dead stock. He's on still dead stock.
Lace bag still attached. Like when I started buying SBs, like that was my pet peeve of like trying to find the pairs with the laces still attached. They had to be. So like a majority of like a lot of my SBs that are brand new still have the laces still attached.
That was one of your big things that you were looking for, was making sure that the lace bag was still on.
Yep.
That's fucking sick. That's smart.
So like all my SBs are, all the lace bags are still attached to them. The ones that I haven't worn. But yeah, this shoe is like freaking amazing, man. Like you got the lime green stitching, you got the green leather. This right here on the toe box, on the side panels, it's all that brown suede, leather swoosh. I mean, still like, dude, that's one thing about SBs and older SBs, like they still hold up. Like even after all these years, these are still like, I mean, there's no separation that I see. I mean, they still hold the test of time. I mean, I think because they're made of a skate shoe, that's probably why.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my favorite SB that I have in my collection.
Yeah, a lot of people always talk about like, hey, I don't want to buy a shoe that's that old and all this stuff because it's probably gonna crumble. It's probably gonna do all this shit. And like, I buy older shoes and I'm not afraid to wear them because the SBs, like you said, they seem to be like structurally just so much better.
They are. I mean, I have a whole bunch of them. Also, a bunch of silver boxes that are still intact. No yellowing. Not like a Jordan, man. Jordans will fall apart on you pretty quick. Or they'll still yellow, like even if you don't even ever wear them. If you still have them in the box, like, they'll still yellow, which sucks.
And think about what the price point of those were, probably like $65 back then. You know, retail was like $65 or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I mean, think about what you're getting as far as quality.
Back then, it was 65.
That's nuts, man.
Yep. I mean, number one, dude. Like when I didn't for like when I got into SB, I didn't even know Nike was making a skate shoe at that time. My buddy's the one that told me about it. He's like, yo, like I picked up a pair of these skate shoes. They're made by Nike. And I'm like, no way, dude. Nike doesn't make skate shoes. Like, get out of here. And he's like, yeah, they're like paint boxes. And I'm like, paint box? Like, there's no way. So he's the one that introduced me, and I had to check them out for myself. And, you know, I fell in love with them.
That's dope, man.
Such an amazing shoe. The collaborations alone, hands down, one of the best collaborations out there.
So you never had none of the Bam Margera shitty skate shoes? The chode and stuff like that.
Actually,
Like,
I was a big fan of like DVS's, DC's. I used to wear a lot of those, and that's why I would let a lot of my Nikes or SB sit because I would be wearing those because I didn't give a shit about those. You know, I wear those in the rain. I mean, they still look
exactly.
good too. So
That's
you beat
why I
them
always
up.
tell people like I hadn't in that time. Remember, I told you it was like 12 years before I touched another fucking Nike. It was because at that time I was just buying like DC's, Etnies, all that shit because they were so cheap. $60, $65, $85,
hmm
man. And you could have every colorway. The motherfuckers were so durable. You just throw them in the washer, they fucking come back to life. Like, I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, I was always outside. We were riding dirt bikes, quads, and stuff like that. And the shoes would just get thrown off, flung. Fuck it, just throw it back on, just cinch it down. The shoe was made to get beat up. So I mean, like, we were out there in like
Yeah,
Glamis, like out there in
exactly.
California, and
hmm
we would be out there in fucking Buttercup, you know, the quads and shit, and the fucking my four-wheeler would suck my shoe off, and the other bitch would be like fucking 100 yards away. Just run over there, shoe be all beat up, and then just put it back on. It didn't matter. I wasn't gonna do that with some fucking Nikes. Just, I mean, mentally, Nikes just mean a lot in value, you know.
Right, right, exactly, dude. That's what I mean. I think that's why I kept a lot of my stuff dead stock was because I had stuff that I could beat up and that still, you know, was relatively nice and wasn't like just wearing trash shoes. I was wearing pretty nice skate shoes, so I could get away with wearing those and then letting all their stuff sit. You know, and but the thing is that no one really knew I was a sneakerhead because I would never like really wear shoes because they're always just put away. Only like my, you know, my real friends that over and actually see my room, they'll be like, "Oh, shoes, collect shoes." I'm like, "Oh yeah," you know, it's one of my it's a little hobby at that time.
So you got 3 honorable mentions. Is there a
So you
specific
want to get into the honorable mentions? I don't.
is there a
So
specific order? Is there a specific order for these,
no,
or these just didn't
no,
make the
not
top
really,
10
man.
cut?
These are just three shoes that yeah, I didn't make the top 10. This shoe that I'm going to show you, it's not even my favorite Kobe. My favorite Kobe's it's like in the closet in a corner, and I didn't feel like trying to get it out, so I had a I had a I went with this one because it's still not it's not my favorite. My actual favorite is the Kobe 7 that I have, the Christmas one, still dead stock. I just didn't feel like pulling it out, to be honest with you.
Gotcha.
It was just too much work. Um, I would say that my favorite Kobe was the Grinch, but since they retroed, I got it. It's just, it's not like once you get it as a retro, it kind of like takes away from it. It takes away from me at least, like it being my favorite Kobe. But I got these ones.
Do you have the OG?
You know, the OG Grinches?
Yeah.
No, I had them and I sold them.
See, that's
I
my
sold
thing.
them
Like
way back,
with
like
this
in
one, with this one being a
2000,
Pro Tro,
I
I
want to
don't
say like
know.
2013 or 14.
With this one being a Pro Tro and a retro, I don't know how. Like even for me, like I'd rather have the OG preheats than this new retro, just for mental reasons, like
Right.
the nostalgia, the time, the place and time when that shoe actually released, that actual shoe, not the colorway or anything like that. That actual shoe, that series, that box, and you know what I mean, and that place and time, which I can reflect on. You know what I mean? So like for me, if I want the Grinch, like yes, the new Grinch is dope and all that stuff, and it's more wearable. It's gonna last, have a longer shelf life. But for nostalgia, I'd rather have the OG.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. Like I I had the original. I wore them and then I sold them. But then like later on, I was like, man, I want to get those back. There's a lot of shoes that I did let go at one time, and I ended up get them all back. That was one shoe, and I wasn't able to because I think they when I wanted to get them back there like around like 1,000, and when Kobe passed, you know, they just shot up, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna
2,400.
pay that much for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no way. Like so these shoes are not my favorite, but they're probably like my second favorite. My favorite right now is the the Leopard 7s, the purple ones. But these ones I wanted to at least show you guys a Kobe. So these ones came with like this little booklet about the shoe. They also came with like a pin set too. Yeah, it's this right here.
That's dope.
It's the 4-leaf clover with Kobe. But these are the faded black. This shoe's like just all matted out, dude. Yeah, this shoe's matted out. Such a clean shoe. Like I don't really see too many people with this shoe though. But yeah, this is all. It's just all matted. The material is sick on these. 10.5 dead stock. Never wore them.
Is that the one for his last game or whatever?
I don't think so.
What was the fade to black? Because it wasn't a fade to black something. It was
He has like, he pretty much had like a lot of fade to black in different models. This is the.
Oh, did he?
Kobe.
Okay, because
yeah. This is.
I had that they had like a fade to black which was like his last game or some shit like that.
I'm sure he did, man. Like I don't remember his last game. I mean, I wasn't a Kobe fan. That's another thing. I'm not a Kobe fan, but I do like his shoes. Like he always made good shoes, very comfortable. I mean, I always thought these shoes were you could rock with. You don't have to play basketball on these. I always felt like you just rock them, just to school or wherever you're going. Yeah, it's another great shoe. Did you step out, Dirty?
No, give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I think it's just a camera.
Yeah, the box on this though is pretty sick. It's same thing that snakeskin Mamba pattern on the box. Same thing with like the Grinches. I'm thinking like the new Grinches or the retros that came out. They just came with their standard black Kobe box. But the actual ones that I don't remember 2010, I guess. They actually had the box had that snake skin, and it was actually felt like snake skin. Yeah, you could feel the tumble on the box. This one you can't, but that was one of the big differences with the new Kobe that actually released this year is a different box. But still a nice shoe. What to see when Dirty comes back.
I don't know if it was my camera just did something, but it like kicked me out, then kicked me back in. You got me?
It's all right. Yeah, I see you.
Can you hear me?
But so I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Just making sure.
Dirty? Okay. All right. So that was my honorable mention number 1. My number 2, people that probably don't really give a shit about this brand, but it's a Diadora. These were released on August 20th, 2015. 1995 off the purple tape. Freaking smoking shoe, man. I love this shoe. I haven't wore it. This was a Packer collaboration. Raekwon from Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm.
This is his shoe. Signed.
Real signature?
I mean, yeah, it's real signature. He was at Packer signing certain boxes, and this is one box he actually signed.
Sick, bro.
But this shoe, purple suede. This is like a translucent symbol right here. It says Raekwon on the tongue. It has lyrics inside. I'm not saying lyrics, but actually the titles of his songs on the inside of the sole. Clear bottom. I mean, this shoe. I mean, not too many people. I feel like not too many people know about this shoe, especially the newer sneakerheads. But yeah, this shoe's a classic, dude.
That's beautiful. And it's fucking obviously dead
And
stock.
it says
Damn you.
1995 right there. And this is it says 1. I think the other one says 2 because it has tape side tape 1, and then on the other one side tape 2, and I believe that has all the other songs inside the insole.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah. Another fucking.
That's a cool shoe.
fire
And
shoe,
like
dude.
Diodora is coming up with a bunch
A
of
lot of these
collaborations
shoes,
with
man.
like Transformers and shit right now.
Really? I haven't heard anything. And got your different laces. Yeah, this is a freaking clean shoe, dude. I love this shoe.
Do you
Not to
is that like
mention,
on
dude,
par with
I haven't
material?
seen these shoes in so long. I haven't seen a lot of these shoes. What's up?
Is that materials and stuff like on par with like the Asics and stuff like that and the New Balance?
Yeah. Great material. That's one thing. Like when Packer collabs, like in their big collaborations, they always have like pretty solid materials.
Sick, man.
But not to mention, man, a lot of these shoes I haven't even seen in so long because they're just buried in my closet. So like I haven't seen some of these in so long.
So you gotta get drop fronts, bro.
So like seeing them again. Yeah, that's just more money to spend that I can't spend on shoes, bro.
Nah,
But,
I got you.
But yeah, so that was my number 2. My third honorable mention, I'll show you right now.
Damn, he's about to end this
Probably
bitch
one
with
of
a bang,
one of those
huh?
hype shoes. Yeah, one of the hype shoes. These were, let me see, released in September 9th of 2017. Got your off-white size 11 because they didn't offer full sizes in these. Or they didn't offer half sizes in these. And these are the dead stock Prestos.
Dead stock.
I'm a big fan of Prestos, and this is one of those shoes that I really liked. I was really happy about that they actually did a collaboration with the Presto. Not too many people give love to the Presto, but awesome shoe.
Are you gonna change your
This is- I
YouTube
got
handle
this on
to
StockX.
Dead Stock Chavez? That's a sick dude. That's a crazy ass 13, man. I wish I'm gonna have to catch the playback of it, man, because I wanna see these shoes all over again, bro. That's a solid 13, dude. I like the versatility and that you, like you said, you didn't just come up here and just show like, I mean, granted, if you only have a certain model, then that's cool too. You know what I mean? That's dope. Because I'm pretty sure you're gonna pull out something that I've probably never seen before or only seen like a long time ago. But you're showing, you know, like the wide range of who you are, and like you put a lot of thought into it. Because you even told me like, hey man, I'm getting a lot of the shoes ready. You made the list. You did all this stuff. Like that's cool, man. You know, you actually went deep diving to try to show 13 shoes that you really wanted to display, which is cool with me, man. I like that, man. I don't think I could do that. I'd probably be just like, I don't know what's on the 13 in the bottom row. Here you go. Like, here you go, bro.
Yeah, that's why I was like, you know, like I said, I can easily show like 13 or 10 SBs or 10 Jordans,
Right.
but that's too easy. I want to show you guys a variety. We can always do another one where it's 10 SBs, 10 Jordans, and I can show you all that. But for now, I want to show you stuff that people probably forgot about or never knew about. Yeah, so that's what I try to do.
Man, I appreciate you, dude. Like that was a solid 13. Everybody in the chat, man, make sure when he comes in here, you guys show him some love, man. This guy's always behind the scenes. We always talk. He's a good guy, and that's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't have a YouTube channel. He doesn't have Instagram. So for us to not know really who he is other than somebody in the chat and takes a link every once in a while is it sucks, man, because he does have really great input when it comes to sneakers. He has a great collection, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this, man. I wanted a lot of people who don't have YouTube channels, somebody that you can't follow or doesn't have an Instagram, like Jay Hernandez doesn't have an Instagram, and unless you follow his YouTube, you're not really going to know what he has, and it sucks. It sucks. It really does suck. But if I can get more people to come on here and show who they are, I think that's going to be part of us building a better community as a whole. You know what I mean? Not just copper sale holder this, or you know what I mean? And hey, I'll meet you at a sneaker con. Like, fuck a sneaker con, you know? I'd rather meet you at a bar. I'd rather meet you at a bar and talk about shoes and drink some beer. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. You know, I don't give a fuck about getting a hot dog and walking around with $100 in my pocket trying to buy shit. So that's just who I am. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm saying, like, if you wanted to move this to like a Friday so we could drink or something like that, I'm down with it, because I don't have to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? You might have to work tomorrow. I don't want to pressure anybody to actually have to booze it up on a school night, because I'm a dirtbag. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you, man.
No, man. No, thank you. Thank you for even allowing me to just, you know, show you guys my top, I guess you could say. I appreciate you, Dirty, for all that you do, man. You do so much for, you know, the you know, for your channel and for your fans and for the people that follow you. The raffles you do, the money that you give out. I mean, even if you didn't do all that, dude, you're still a man of your word. And you're not just doing it for fucking content or just to try to get as many subscribers and not give a shit about, you know, what we say when we reply to your stuff. Like, you always leave comments. You always, you know, give us a thumbs up too when we actually leave the comments. And like, just that small stuff, man, means a lot. And you know, like I said, I hope your channel grows because you deserve it. You work hard. You and Jay, man, and like Jay, shout out to Jay too. He's always on the grind. I know that dude gets a little mad, a little crazy sometimes on his channel. But I mean, that's what's good about you guys, because you guys are all raw. You guys, you know, you guys are raw, but you guys, you know, you guys are funny about it too. So I appreciate you letting me coming on, you know, because like I said, man, only my true friends that I my small circle that I deal with know that I'm a sneakerhead. But besides that, dude, I don't have an Instagram. I do have a Twitter, but like, I'm not about trying to show off what I got. It's more to see what's releasing and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like I said, man, thank you again. I appreciate it. Whenever you want me on, I'll always come on and show some more shoes or whatever you want.
Oh, man, I appreciate you, man. So everybody who stuck through it, man, I appreciate you guys coming through. Make sure to hit the like button on the way out and share this. Obviously, I mean, you guys might have other friends that are in his position that collect sneakers as well, but don't really have a channel and would like to show their stuff off. You know, Instagram, you don't get to go to everybody's page and have to fucking go back and look at what kind of shoes they got. This is kind of a cool way to just kind of introduce yourself to the sneaker world without having a YouTube. Well, man, I appreciate you, Floyd. You take care, man. We're going to get out of here. I'll hit you up, Floyd.
All right, man. Sounds good, brother.
All right, man. You guys take care. Peace out, guys.
I'll talk to you later, bro.
You're right. Like I said, all right. Like I said, if anybody's interested, the email is down below. I'm going to put it down below. If you're interested, we can get together, set up a time or a date whenever you're going to be available, and you could be the next person on here. You guys take care, man. Peace.